Back again with Battlefield 2042, bit of a different video today. I just wanted to review the contents of the Battle Pass for Season 1, 0 Hour. Now I know I'm well behind the curve here, as Season 1 has been going on for about 2 months now, and many of you have already unlocked these items or even completed the Battle Pass itself. I actually haven't for a variety of reasons, but I still thought it would be fun to take a look together at what DICE delivered in this Battle Pass and see how quality it really was. Now if that sounds good to you, let's get started. I should start with this by saying I don't really like battle passes in general. They definitely introduce an element of FOMO, and although it's had its own problems, it just kind of makes me miss the days of premium where we were just guaranteed content. Overall, I think this live service is not delivering the value that past Battlefields had, and I don't think that's really that controversial to say. But regardless, let's get started. So you have here the instant premium rewards. This one being All Seeing Eyes of Angel, and I do think this is one of his better sets in the game, probably his best one, actually. I have it equipped, and you'll notice many people have this equipped. I do like the look of it. The hood is a little bit of goofiness, doesn't really look like a traditional soldier, which they're really not, they're specialists, right? But I do like the goggles. The goggles definitely give me Splinter Cell vibes, which is always a good thing, but I wouldn't necessarily say he looks like a standard soldier. A lot of players, myself included, just want to play, and overall, I think it is his best set, and so not bad as far as a premium thing. So if you're a sucker like me, you got this instantly, and yeah, that's where we're at. Let's look at this AC-42 weapon skin Lightbringer. I don't really like it. I have it equipped, and in-game it's just kind of goofy looking. It's a little too futuristic for me, and kind of looks like something straight out of Halo. Like, this really wouldn't be out of place in a Halo game, so I don't love this one. And there's a lot in this, and most of the contents really of this Battle Pass are just kind of minor things that I don't care about. So whether it's a player card, a weapon charm, or vehicle decal, it's just really stuff that doesn't engage me, and so I'm just gonna kind of blast over those or we'll be here all day. So this is not bad looking though, and this one just kind of has that angel set as a whatever it's called, a player card tag. Now let's take a look at this Diamondback skin. We have a digital camo skin for the DM7, and it actually looks really good. I like this. It reminds me of the Battlefield 4 skins where they were much more grounded and realistic, and as far as skins go, I think this is a really good looking one. And the DM7, I wish it was better because it's actually one of my more favorite weapon models in the entire game. I think it actually looks really good, and so yeah, it's always nice to see more skins for that. Let's take a look here. So we have a weapon charm, of course, the target range. Very like just weapon charms don't do anything for me. I don't know why they've become such a big thing in games. If you like it, no, nothing against you, but it's just not for me. Okay, we got vehicle decal dropping hot. As far as vehicle decal, this is pretty cool looking. I don't really notice them in game, actually, and I do miss the days of making your own. If you've watched my other videos, you notice I have, the Brotherhood of Nod as my weapon and vehicle decal, and I love it. So I haven't noticed them as much here, maybe just because they're not customizable, and I don't even know if I have one equipped, to be honest. So that probably explains why I don't see them. Let's take a look at Liz. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I think it's Liz, and overall she's a pretty cool specialist as far as her ability and gadget. She has completely destroyed any ability to play land vehicles, in my opinion, especially main battle tanks, as they just don't have any real counters to her rocket launcher. But I like her overall design. Her headset thing is a little strange, this kind of strap coming down, and of course she has additional skins, but she doesn't look bad. I like her jacket, and she actually looks like she's ready for combat, and doesn't look quite as goofy as other specialists. So I do think she looks pretty good. A couple of weird things. I don't really know what this paracord stretchy thing is, but overall I actually don't mind her design. I think she looks pretty good with the combat glasses and stuff. Let's go over okay, player card tag, we're gonna skip that. Searing Heat, again, another digital camo skin for kind of a desert theme for the LCMG, and I think this looks good as well. I really like the digital camo for the desert. There's really only one, well, I guess there's a couple desert areas in Battlefield 2042, just those endless expanses of nothing in Hourglass and Renewal, so it could fit in there. I do miss the adaptive camos, though, of Battlefield 4, where it changed depending on the map that you were in. That was a really cool feature. Let's take a look. The need. I don't know. Oh, I guess the need for speed, because it's a wheel on fire. That's a reference I just barely got. Very now we have heavy metal, and this is kind of a theme of a few different ones we'll see where they're just white, and they kind of go heavy metal like it says with it. So this is for the Nightbird, and overall I don't really like any of the Nightbird skins. None of them stand out to me, this one included, and very for me. It's just not super exciting. Weapon charm ripped to shreds looks weird. I don't like it. And of course we come to the stealth choppers, and actually just noticing that rank 10 gives you the Hannibal and rank 11 gives you the Huron. So if you were only rank 10, can you not use the stealth chopper if you're on the other team? Kind of interesting, kind of weird. And of course, these are completely overpowered. They've nerfed them and they're still overpowered. So they're not doing a very good job of balancing these things, and just completely ridiculous that you can't lock on or really have any counter of any kind. And a good pilot can absolutely just devastate. Even post nerfs, they're still just absolutely out of control, and they're kind of ruining the game. But I do like the designs. If we're just going to look at the aesthetic of them, they look very cool, very futuristic, and fit the setting very well. They suffer from really the problem that everything in 2042 suffers from me, which is just everything looks really plasticky. The textures look really plasticky. Like, that doesn't look like metal to me. It looks just like this weird plastic reflective surface, and everything looks like that for me. The faces, the weapons, and the lighting just is not doing this game any favors. Now, this is interesting. So if you see here, this little P is premium. If you're not familiar, some of these items, most of them really are premium only, but other ones where they don't have this, like this helmet, are just a check mark where anyone can unlock it. Now this one is a premium one, which means you pay for this. So if you're a sucker like me, again, you have premium active here, then you've paid to unlock this, and this skin is really underwhelming. Like, what? I don't even know what the difference is other than her pants are a different camo color, and that's pretty much it. Really disappointing, especially considering Falk is one of the more favorite specialists among players, myself included, because she's the medic and she's the best one at doing that. And she really doesn't have any cool skins to speak of. You can't really get rid of her old granny look. Her tier 1 is kind of underwhelming to me. I don't love the helmet on it. And overall, it's just really disappointing that we don't have more aesthetically pleasing skins for Falk, which is a specialist that I actually really enjoy playing. So that's disappointing. Hindsight is a player card background. Pretty cool looking. Not too bad. Just like a render there of the stealth chopper. Here we have Observant, and this is really interesting. This is, I believe, the helmet that actually appears on the cover of the game. So this is Rao's helmet, and it's actually the one that appears on the actual cover of the game. So it's been, what, 7-8 months since since the game released and Season 1 came out. And in that time, you actually could not wear the cosmetics that the soldier on the cover did until now. So at least they've added it, but it's just funny that you couldn't even look like that up until this point, 7 or 8 months after launch. Battlefield coins. These are, of course, used to buy things, and all of them, I think most of them are premium, and there may be a few ones. I'm just going to call them boins. So these are boins. We're just going to skip past it. Snakebite, a skin for the AK-24. Again, gives me kind of with this splinter design, gives me Battlefield 4 feeling, which is always a positive thing. Not a bad looking skin. And of course we come to the infamous BSVM. Now this thing is completely broken, of course, and remains broken even after it's been nerfed. I don't know. The zoom is so weird on this. Like, why? It should be more centered. Like I can just take the gun I'm zoomed in all the way and I can take the gun completely out of the screen. Unless you want to look at the stock. Ooh, look at that texture work. Very impressive, very plasticky. I was kind of disappointed that this was one of only 2 weapons added, of course, and it's completely overpowered. It's by far the best gun in the game, even at pretty much any range. It's the most versatile gun, certainly. The only thing that really beats it up close, I mean, some of the SMGs do, like the MP9 and the K30, but other than that, this thing just absolutely shreds at any range and is completely broken, and they still haven't fixed it. So really frustrating to keep dying to this thing, and it's kind of disappointing because it's just really, to me, a reskinned VSS, which is a gun that I like, but not really one that I want to see, and I'm expecting a lot of new weapons in 2042. Now we have a universal weapon skin for the M5. It's not really for the M5, so you see how it says universal here. That means it can be applied to any weapon, which is really cool, and I think most of the camos in the game should be like that. I don't like that they're weapon specific. It allows them, as you can see here, to kind of pad out the content. Not a bad looking camo, but I wish they were more universal like that. Hellfire, as far as player card tags go, it's pretty cool. Now the SVK Bloodhawk I don't like. I don't like bright reds on weapons, so you can imagine the tier 1s aren't super exciting for me. We're going to equip this anyway though. The reason I don't, and this is just a personal preference, as all of this really is just subjective, is that it makes it kind of look just like a Nerf or a toy gun to me. I don't mind the camo here, but yeah, the red details kind of kill it for me, and overall, it's very cartoony, which is kind of the theme across many of these skins, honestly. Another one that who knows what the difference is other than, you know, I guess the camo is a bit different, but aesthetically doesn't change any of the styling or look of the specialist from my understanding. Maybe it adds the headset, actually. I don't think so, though. I don't remember. We're just going to move on. Dropped this. Vehicle decal. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is a reference to. If you know what this is, let me know in the comments below. I have no idea what this is a reference to. So, we're gonna move on. The smoke grenade launcher, the only gadget added into 2042 Season 1, and I actually like the detail work here. It has some dust in the grip and in these little crevices in the stock, which is something shockingly you don't see very often. Everything in 2042, again, outside of looking plasticky, is very clean, and I think that really ruins the immersion a bit when it's supposed to be, you know, the situation that the world's in. So it's nice to see some dirt and some grime on something, and I do like this gadget as a medic player, primarily. I do enjoy having more cover to heal and to revive, and so the smoke launcher was a welcome addition, but kind of underwhelming when you think of all the other gadgets that could be added. Maybe they're saving the best ones for the specialists, I don't know. Alright, let's move on to Shredded with the MP9, and I hate this skin. I know some people really like it. I see it pretty often, and I absolutely hate it. I think it's cartoony. I think it looks ridiculous in the game. The lighting engine doesn't do any favors. Even now, it's like blinding me. To this white kind of steel sheen to it. The saw blade is goofy. The copper is not bad, but with the white, it just doesn't look good. And it adds to the goofy cartooniness of the aesthetic of this game to me. I do not like this weapon skin at all. But if you enjoy it, again, this is all subjective. If you like it, nothing against you. This is just my personal preference, which is always right, but you can feel free to disagree and be wrong. Boins. Okay, we're on rank 26. This is going to take a lot longer than I thought. We may need to blast through this a little bit quicker. Riptide, as far as tank skin, it doesn't change anything aesthetically, but it's a pretty cool digital skin. I like the color scheme. This is actually really funny. Canal blocker. So this is a reference to the Suez Canal. I forget the name of the boat, and I forget when that was. It was pretty recently. My memory right now is completely failing me. But of course, the boat in the Suez Canal that kind of blocked the entire canal and caused some huge issues. This is a reference to it, and it is also a reference to Suez Canal, which appears, or the map Suez appears in Battlefield 1. So this is actually a really funny weapon charm. I'm actually going to equip it because I think it's pretty hilarious. Now this far, a wet lens, again, digital, I really like. It's similar to the tank we just saw, but I really like this color scheme. I just wish you could remove the grenade launcher on this far. I don't know why you can't. I really want to use this weapon, but I just don't like how bulky it looks. I'm very, if you can't tell, I'm very superficial in many ways, and I want to be able to put a grip on this thing. I love the Scar in other games, but in this one, it just doesn't do it for me. So hopefully they add that ability to just remove the grenade launcher, add a grip, and I would like it a lot more. Now we have the second weapon. One of only 2 weapons added, the other one added to Season 1, which was disappointing for many people, and even more disappointing is that this is a crossbow, if you can't notice. And it's not really a traditional gun that you would expect to be added. It's more of almost a meme weapon in many ways. It is fun to kind of roll around with, but isn't one that you primarily use. It's cool looking, and I think it's based on an actual design of a modern crossbow. But overall, I'm disappointed that this is one of the only 2 weapons that we got, and it's not really one to use because, again, it's a meme weapon. It's a utility weapon that's kind of fun, but other than that, it's not really one you want to devote a lot of time to unless you really enjoy that playstyle, which I do not. Nothing really to say about this skin. Universal, which is always good, so a universal vehicle skin this time, but yeah, I don't love it. Okay, we're at rank 32, PP29 Heavy Mower, and again, it's kind of this dark green splinter design, and I think it looks really good. These are the kind of weapon skins that I really like to see, where they're just kind of simple camos. I do wish there were more maps that it could kind of fit to or be adaptive to in some ways, but overall, I like that one. Not too bad. Very underwhelming card tag, boring. Salvager. This is kind of weird to me. It's not a bad looking set. The very heavy helmet. McKay's kind of loaded up with all these tools, right? He's got a wrench, he's got pliers, he's got screwdrivers. The climbing gear obviously makes sense for him, but I don't know why it's him. He's technically an assault, isn't he? If you're going to categorize these as classes, this makes much more sense as a support. So someone like Rao or someone like Irish would make a lot more sense than this, where, I mean, he's kind of like decked out like an engineer, a salvager, like it says. And I don't really know why it would be McKay of anyone that would be that, but I guess that's what we get. They come out at night, player card background, pretty cool looking, very Splinter Cell-ish again. Let's take a look. Master Tactician is not working. This has an angel helmet, and I actually think it looks pretty good, but I don't know why it's not. It's bugged out. Even the battle pass is bugged. Oh boy. Like literally, it's bugged. What's happening? I hope that goes away. Okay. We're going to skip past that one because I have no idea what's going on with rank 36. into the Sandrunner, a very boring desert-themed recon skin. It's not bad, though. It's really not that bad. More Boins. Okay, and this is kind of continuing that, was it the Shredder Ripper? The Shredder from the MP9 aesthetic and theme, where it's, I really don't know what they're going for, heavy metal kind of, I don't know, but I don't like the look of this at all. Again, very goofy, very silly for the 12 gauge automatic shotgun. I hate the brass, like it doesn't even make sense. How would you even punch with that? I guess you take the mag out and then punch them with the weapon very awkwardly, and it has this strange muzzle brake that just looks very silly to me. I hate the color scheme. Overall, I dislike it, but if you like it, more power to you. Here we have the Maw, and I don't really know what, is that a stealth chopper? I don't know why there's a lightning bolt under it. A lot of these things don't make sense to me, but if you know, let me know. Alright, now we have Staff Sergeant with Irish, and I do think he is the best looking specialist in the game. Maybe outside of Dozer. Dozer's probably my favorite, but Irish is a close second, as he is not just a badass, but actually decked out and looks like a soldier and acts like it. Out of any of the specialists, maybe Casper is really close to. I like Casper's personality. Irish acts the most like he's actually in this conflict, and so overall, really well done job with Irish. And this skin, I think, is just a different color scheme, and I really like his base skin with the helmet and stuff. I think he looks really good. Heat of Battle, that's very It has the shotgun skin that I don't like, as you can see. Now we have a universal vehicle skin again, and this one looks pretty good. This looks like a legitimate camo that would be used by a helicopter or by a tank or something, so I like that. Let's move forward. We got more Boins, skipping that. Panorama Cruiser, I can zoom in. There we go, perfect. Yeah, this is looking really good. Really, really good. No, I don't, honestly, I can't really see this very well, but you can kind of see the scheme here, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't really see jets that often because, of course, the stealth choppers are so overpowered. You can only have one air vehicle, so most people are just rocking those. Damocles. Damocles? Must be some Greek reference that I'm not getting. Damocles. I'm trying to remember that. I don't know. But a universal weapon charm, of course. I just don't like the look of it, honestly. It's a reference that may be cool, but I just don't like the look of it personally because I don't like weapon charms. So that's me. Nyx, a Sundance skin that's a very snow-themed. So many snow-themed skins, and leading up to Season 1, that was pretty much every weekly reward was some type of snow skin, and she looks basically the same. Nothing changed on her other than the color, and it's more white now. And you can see she's got the dirt smudges and looks a little more serious because she's had her glow up, of course. Flaming Hot, weapon decal. The color scheme's not too bad. It's, the design's kind of cool. This is a really cool skin, actually. I think this is awesome. This is an Apache War Chief vehicle skin. I don't know if this was the one that they had as a weekly reward and they pushed it back. With the whole Russian invasion of Ukraine, it was kind of an awkward time to begin promoting a Russian helicopter skin, especially one that looked so intense. And so they kind of pushed it into the Battle Pass, it appears. And I really like this skin, actually. The mouth drawn on it is reminiscent of like World War II era paint jobs on the aircraft. And the camo is dark. It's intimidating. It's serious looking. It's an excellent skin. I really wish the rest of the game had this kind of aesthetic. It's not too over the top, even with the mouth. I think it looks absolutely awesome. So I love that one. We have another ghosted vehicle decal. Not bad. This is funny. The hovercraft skins, this one looks a little different with this same color scheme we've seen before, but they all just look really similar to me. Like really, really similar. I honestly never noticed the difference between the hovercrafts. So, what is that? What weapon is that? Is that I don't know what that is. I think it's the V-car. VCAR, however you say it. Here's the Stinger for the K30 skin, and I actually think this is a pretty good looking skin. It looks very futuristic, like it fits in with 2042, and with the year itself, and I could see this being an actual skin that would be used. I don't really know what this whole meter is supposed to be. It looks very cyberpunkish, but overall, not a bad skin. And then, of course, we have the player card background for that awesome Apache War Chief skin, so very, very cool. Here we have the Iron Vulture for the Huron, and another Stealth Chopper skin. Not bad. Tempered Blade, Boins, Okay, we have a pig skin, another snow-themed one. This time it has a little bit of greenery in it. Cold shoulder, very underwhelming. Doesn't change anything, doesn't change the look. Another premium one, which is surprising because these premium ones really don't look that much different than the standard ones. So it's kind of funny. They padded, as you can see, like Falling Blade, this Universal Tundra skin, which is hideous. I think this is absolutely hideous. They padded the battle pass. I mean, they don't have a ton of content here, honestly. Like, they have some, and it's nice that a battle pass actually exists and you can unlock stuff, and if you enjoy unlocking it, then all power to you. But to me, like, 95% of this battle pass just doesn't excite me. It's just not that exciting to me. Focus fire is a vehicle decal, so they know exactly where to shoot, so you can focus fire on yourself. This is kind of funny. Garden Menace. I don't know what's up with the gnome references. Of course, Half-Life 2 is probably like the really well-known one where you have to take the gnome across the entire map. Goofy. Just goofy. I don't like it. I don't like it in my Battlefield games. Call me a stickler, call me a fun sucker, whatever you want to call me. I just don't like these kind of goofy cosmetics in the game. I think it really ruins the aesthetic. And I don't mind them as Easter eggs. You know, put a gnome in a little building somewhere, you shoot him, he squeaks or something, but I just don't like seeing players run around with this on their weapons. Campfire Boomstick, again, very goofy looking. This is hideous. I have a little more leeway when it's like in Warzone, but in Battlefield, I've just never really enjoyed these types of skins personally. And, you know, even in Battlefield 1, as much as I like that, a lot of those skins where they're very ornate and just over-designed. Some of them are pretty beautiful, but for the most part, just doesn't do it for me. I like to rock just the standard-looking, boring, standard soldier, standard issue, whatever you want to call it. And I just don't like this kind of aesthetic. More boings, and now we're catching up to where I am, so you can see I'm on rank 67 of the Battle Pass. I still have a ways to go. I only have a few weeks left, so maybe I should try to grind it out, but it's just not super appealing to me because, again, many of these items don't really excite me. If I was more excited, then I'd be more incentivized to actually grind through this Battle Pass. I do the missions weekly, and that's about it. Commando, let's see the takedown. Okay, so it'll never look like that. That's as good as it looks because almost every takedown, no matter what, bugs out for me. And even then, the third-person takedowns, as you can see, are just... they just are... I just don't like them. I just do not like the third-person takedowns. I think that's pretty common across the fan base. And we really miss the, you know, the pretty epic and very intense and very brutal takedowns of Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1, where it was just brutal. It's not a bad-looking knife, though. I'll give him that. Okay, Dorsal. Shark. I like that one, actually. I don't know why. I like that one. Aerial Escort is very boring. We have Night Hornet. This is a Boris set that actually changes him. He actually looks different here, so let's take a look. I like his beard. Old man Boris kind of rolling out there, running around with the young kids. He's got armor on. Now that's pretty interesting. This armor design actually looks like it would fit right in with Halo again. So getting a little too sci-fi-ish for me with the turret and everything. This guy would not look out of place in Halo, which is always kind of awkward in a Battlefield game. I know. If this was 2142, that wouldn't be too bad. More forgivable, but in this one, it's pushing it a little bit for me. Let's see, Enlister. Let's just skip all these boings. We have a V-Car skin, which is pretty underwhelming. It's this weird gray camo with the green highlights. Oh yeah, this is the one that was kind of in that weapon card that I was confused about. I have not used this gun at all. I have not used the V-Car at all. I've heard it's pretty bad, so I just haven't bothered. Gravestalker. Pretty cool looking. Is that a dog tag around it? What is that supposed to be? Is that a dog tag around the skull? I don't know. But not a bad one. Fire Swarm for the Super Hind. I actually think this is a really awesome looking skin. I like the engine intakes here where they're kind of glowing. It's a little, you know, the glowing is pushing it a little bit, but this is in the future, obviously. It's not quite cyberpunk levels, and I like the orange highlights on the black. I think this is an excellent skin. Looks really, really cool. V-Car Electro. Okay, let's see. Sandbar Special. It's glitching out in its own video. This is the video. Look at him jump around. These are so buggy. Look at that. These takedowns are so buggy. So not only are they just not as entertaining and engaging as the first person ones, they're just so buggy that I can barely get them to trigger when I sneak up on someone. All right, let's take a look. Drenched. This is better. Now, if you're gonna do one for the lever action, this is a lot better than the one we saw before. So not too bad. Okay, Boings. Steel Cutter. Not exciting. Universal weapon decal, vehicle decal. I don't like the color. That's about it. That's all I gotta say about that. The design's not bad. The skull getting shattered is kind of cool. Kind of metal. But the Desert Titan, this is pretty cool. I like this one, actually. And again, I just like the more grounded skins. So this is just a desert digital camo that I could definitely see being a lot more realistic than other ones. So, Blizzard Bandit with... what? He's just resting his hand out, just holding it there for fun. I don't know why his shield is not appearing, but this is Dozer, obviously. And again, a snow-themed helmet. And he is, again, in my opinion, the best-looking specialist. So the helmet, again, covers him completely and looks really good. They did some good detail work. I like how these straps are kind of getting pulled down here. So overall, a really good design for Dozer. I like that helmet a lot. Boins, yeah. Archipelago is a universal weapon skin. I don't like the look of it, but some people might. It's not too bad. Not a bad one. Knives only. Decal, very boring. There he goes. Now he has his shield. This is a set for Dozer. I think it only changes the colors, so he looks exactly the same, but now he has this kind of new camo color. Is that a premium one? Yeah. These premium ones are so underwhelming. Wow, that is just so underwhelming that it just changes the color schemes, and you paid for it. I paid for it. It's complete. Yeah, but I feel really good about that right now. I hate this. I hate this weapon skin. Purple? Yeah. Nope. Nope. I don't know what is the zoom? What is that? All right, Wildfire. That one's pretty cool. That one's actually pretty dope. It has that skin that I really liked for the Super Hind, and it looks pretty good. So maybe I'll grind to rank 90 just to get the player card background that I never really see ever. More Boins. We're nearing the end here, boys. Just stick with me. We're almost there. And again, more goofiness as we have a Western themed with the guns mounted on the side, the the skull on the front. You can just call me, again, a party pooper. This is Rocky Road for the Recon. I don't like it. I just don't like it. This one's not too over the top, honestly. The weapons mounted on the sides are kind of goofy, but the skull on the front is not bad looking. It's kind of badass, but I don't know. These just types of things don't do it for me in a Battlefield game. This is not why I play the series. This is not what brings me here. But if you enjoy it, more power to you again. This is not a bad one. It's not as bad as other ones, but not my favorite. Where are we at? Okay, Salvation. What is that, a canteen with the... Okay. Okay, we have Praetorian, a Casper skin that makes him kind of a pilot, and I don't know why Casper of all the characters would be the pilot, but this is actually pretty awesome. And they timed it pretty well with the Top Gun because it very much looks like that kind of helmet. It's having some, clipping issues, of course. But overall, this is a very cool skin. I haven't really seen it, actually, in game. Not many people are rolling with this. I don't know if this bigger helmet makes your head a bigger hitbox. That'd be unfortunate. But of course, Casper is one of the best looking specialists in the game, and so it would make sense to give him even more good looking cosmetics and rather than focus on the terrible looking specialists. Static Shock. Obviously, it's a very common phrase, but I just think of Static Shock, the cartoon, which I loved, so bonus points on that one. This one I have seen. This is pretty cool. Not a bad player card background. I don't know why, but this reminds me of Ghost Recon Wildlands, that whole aesthetic of the cartels and stuff, but pretty awesome. Now we have Star Defender. I do not like this one at all. I think it's completely goofy looking, very sci-fi, very cartoony. It doesn't help that the textures, again, are all plasticky. Like, this doesn't look like metal to me. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the lighting or what, but this is for the NTW50, and I do not like it at all. If you've noticed, there's a theme here, and I'm really not breaking down this battle pass just to, like, shit on everything, but I don't like most of it. I just gotta be honest. More Boins. Let's take a look at the Karambit? However you say these knife types. Okay. Not bad. Quick. I don't know what that is flying. Even in their little videos, it's like bug. Like, see this thing flying off of him? What was that, the weapon and stuff? But yeah, not too bad of a takedown. Nice and quick and brutal, which is what you like to see. Again, I wish it was in first person. And here we go. The final rank. This is when you get rank 100 of the Battle Pass, which is quite the grind. I mean, I haven't been playing like a ton. I've been playing other stuff, but I've been playing pretty regularly, and I'm only halfway there with a month left, maybe less than a month. And this is it. This is the level 100 reward, a legendary skin for Liz. I think it's Liz. Skybreaker. It gives her these cybernetic legs, which really makes no sense for her. Does she have these? She doesn't have these normally. I don't know why she, of all specialists, would have cybernetically enhanced legs. And this is where we're really starting to bleed into like advanced warfare, which, in 2042 is pretty realistic time frame for that because we kind of have these now. They're obviously prototypes and not really deployed, but this technology is definitely on the way. So it's kind of cool to see it in a Battlefield game. It doesn't really have any effect on gameplay, obviously, because that would be very pay to win or whatever. So I'm glad that it doesn't, but it's just kind of confusing that it would be her. I guess, I mean, she is the new specialist, so maybe they just want to give her the awesome level 100 legendary skin. I do think it's pretty cool, but for being the level 100 item, it's kind of underwhelming to me. The helmet actually looks pretty good. I don't know what this is, like a battery pack or something. And the helmet looks good. They are so obsessed with having the goggles pulled up. They were really obsessed with it in Battlefield 5, but regardless, I've spent enough time on this already. I hope you found that somewhat entertaining. This is a different type of video, and I hope it wasn't boring, but if you enjoyed it, let me know. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the Battle Pass for 2042, and what do you think about what we have upcoming? Do you think Season 2 will be better, worse, or about the same? I'm thinking it's about the same level of quality, but hopefully I'll be proven wrong and it can be more engaging. That's it for me. I'll see you next time.